That is not what happened. Pulling stuff out of the together, so. You filming? Like right now?
Yeah.
That's not what happened.
We started.
Oh shit!
No, you're going on fireworks.
We started right now.
What? No, I can't. We're already going.
Like I was looking at the hits.
Are you proud of yourself?
When you're doing this, try and keep yours internal. It's alright. I mean, I hope you still know the area of a circle and how to find the circumference. That's alright. Yeah, there was the Delta map that was due over the weekend. No, that one was an intro to today's lesson that was done after the quiz. What?
What extra credit?
There was no extra credit.
I was about to say, like, what extra?
Oh, it was an extra credit. Two up. Pi r squared. Conference, 2 pi r.
But I was and I took part. And I took part fast. Wow. Yeah, he's like, why have you gone to the part lady? This and that. I only went once. He said no. But like, it's okay because I wasn't gonna do one since I was playing on Saturday.
Yeah, Dad, let me. I don't even fight for you. It's crazy, like,
But my last one was like a year ago, like, we started like stuff like this.
I was sleeping on it.
Alright, how we doing on this?
wait, what class do you go to?
I want to help you tomorrow too, but like when you're trying to get the time
Nah, he said I could go at all.
you know, you wanted to email it to us, or you know, background or to another
Yeah, I thought I'm gonna just go get pregnant. He's so sexist, bro.
Alright, how we doing on this? You guys need more time? We've got a lot of talking.
I bet if I still want to go to the movies, you say no. When Eva's eating,
Hey, what's with the language? Alright, you guys want to talk? Alright, so let's start going over this. Alright. So the first one is find the area and the circumference of the following circles. So we got the first one, which has a radius of 12. So what would our circumference formula be? cross that out, right? So circumference be 2 pi r. 2 times pi of our radius. So if our radius is 12, right? Swap our r with our radius. It would become 2 pi times 12, right? And the fun part about multiplication is we can do this in any order. What this is saying is it's 2 times pi times 12, right? Just like how you could do like 1 plus 2 is 3, and you could do 2 plus 1, right? Well, you know how like 1 times 2 and 2 times 1 are the same things? Follow me? How like you like switch the order? You do the same thing here. So this could now become 2 times 12 plus pi. Right? So all we gotta do now is multiply 2 times 12. And what do we get? What? Yeah, and we get 24 pi. So that would be our circumference of this circle, 24 pi.
In terms of pi.
In terms of pi, yeah.
If they said round your answer to the nearest 10, that would be like a hint to say do 24 times an approximation of pi.
75.
So you
Which would be what?
75.4.
so you've got some options on your calculator. You guys see there's a pi button on your calculator?
No.
Nope.
Yeah.
It's above the
Divide.
yeah, above the divider, because it's in blue.
It's
you
the
have to-
up arrow, so you're gonna hit second and then the up arrow, and that's gonna be pi. On your calculator.
Why did
So,
they make why is it 2 pi r instead of just like diameter?
because the radius is used in more terms for circles. Like diameter is describing like going through the origin, but when you're using circles, you use the radius a lot more.
You
Because
can, the other formula is correct.
Yeah.
But it's good to be able to go back and forth depending on what's given to you.
you see it now, like 2 pi is also what something called tau. It's like another way to like shorten it too. But radius is a little bit is what's used more. Alright, so we found the circumference, correct? What is our area formula for a triangle? How do we find area? For a circle. Pi r squared, right? And this is why we still use our radius, is because we're trying to find an area now. Oh, we're using a lowercase. Pi r squared, right? So we're still gonna use our same radius at 12, right? That's gonna be pi times 12 squared. So what do we gotta do now? Yeah, right? We try to square that 12. I like putting my numbers in front, so I'm gonna do 144. Alright? Not too bad. Alright. How about for number 2? What? Yeah, so number 2. What's the area for number 2?
Oh, 20.
How'd you get 81 pi?
So you use 18 for the diameter, divided by 2 times area times.
Yeah, right. You said our radius is gonna be 9 because our diameter is 18. So we cut our diameter in half. There's the radius, right? And you took our radius, you just plug back into the formula. So you get pi times 9 squared. 9 times 9 is 81. It's 81 pi. Alright, what about for our circumference? 18 pi. How do you get 18 pi? Yeah. Right, and just like remember this said, right? Why don't we just use our diameter, right? Because we're still multiplying by 2, so in this case, I guess you could just kind of drop that diameter, but I would still go through the process of inserting your radius. Alright, so find the area of a circle with a circumference of 26 pi feet. So, where would we start with this one?
Divided 26 by 2.
Alright, first we want to find the radius, right? Look at in our formula up here, right? We got circumference equals 2 pi r, right? Well, we know what our circumference is, so let's erase this c. And put in 26 pi. Right? It says it in question 2. Find the area of a circle with a circumference of 26 pi. Right? So, what do you guys want to do? 26 pi equals 2 pi r.
You divide 26 by 2, then square the resulting number, and then add pi to the end.
Let's see what you said. Divide by 2. Alright, I agree with you there. So we'll get 13 pi
And then
equals pi times r.
we're trying to find the area, right? So then we square 13, right?
Yeah, that's what I would do. So look at since pi is like a variable, I guess in terms, right? It's a number, right? We can still treat it like a variable, right? If I divide by something on this side, right? So if I divide by pi, right? Pi over pi is just 1. So those will cancel out. So since I divide by pi on this side, right? Whatever I do to one side, I have to do to the other. So divide this side by pi also. Right? And look, I got pi over pi. Again, those are going to cancel out too. So now what I'm left with is I got 13 is equal to r, which is our radius. Alright, now I can take this and plug it into my area formula over here. So what you get now is pi times our radius, which is going to be 13 squared. What? Yeah, and 13 squared is going to be 169. And don't forget about your pi. Oh, I was about to square this thing. Does that make a little bit more sense for you guys? Alright. Yeah. Just plug it in where it says, like, if you know what one part of your equation is, substitute it in, and then just start trying to cancel out stuff and solve for it. Alright, you guys got any questions? Nah? Alright, sweet. So I'm sure some of you guys saw me walk around the room and I was putting up some stuff, just taping up some stuff. So what I'm gonna have us do is we're all gonna stand up. Well, not yet. Don't worry, we're not going to like any groups yet. I have these.
In group yet?
No, not in groups yet. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll be later. But what I have is these notes, right? These guide notes has a bunch of definitions and parts of the circle that we're going to start looking at. So all of the parts are all labeled around the room. So I'm going to pass this out. I want you guys to just start walking around the room, find like a circle, right? For instance, right? All right, there's a circle. Circle's over here. So what I would say is read, yeah, right, they're up top. Read what is written, but write it in terms of what you're going to understand, right? It's important being able to read like the like book definition of what's going on, but in math it's important to translate it back into words that you're going to understand. Being able to read some sort of theorem and then putting it in terms that you're going to know is very important, right? Like we could all read this, but if it's mathy and wordy and if you write that down, if you don't know what that says, it's not going to help you. So it's important to be able to go back and write it down in your own terms. There's also a visual example up here. So I would draw down that visual example too to help you. Because with parts of these circles, it's good having some sort of diagram to go back and see what we looked at. So you guys all know what you guys are doing?
Yeah.
Apparently, yeah. Alright, so I'm going to start passing these out. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's your guys' 4.
So you can't Why do you listen to our conversations, baby? You dropping is crazy.
1, 2, 3.
Nah, you dropping is crazy. Mind your own table. Talk to Tristan or something.
So how was your
He
weekend?
is too
Nobody
strong,
did
like,
anything?
It was straight. I was supposed to get that new barbecue bacon cheddar chicken sandwich from Popeye.
No.
Alright, so everyone has their parts of the circle. Dictionary. So I would ask you guys please stand up at this time and start writing down some definitions, alright?
You understand
What I say?
Evan, you trying to read that?
the set
Read
of
that shit.
points.
It's a set of all points that are
Oh, where
was
you
at
get
home,
all
bro.
from?
It was in my pants pocket, bro. I'm so happy, bro.
What?
A set of points equal distance from
so while we all just walk our separate ways.
set of points equal distance from
And you're on camera. I can't
set of points that are all the same distance from the
Hi,
Bro.
what does it say?
My God, I can't.
I just said you're too smart. There you are.
It says, it says, the set of points equal distant from a given point, the center.
Did I not give you one?
No, I was talking to Cesar.
Oh, my bad. Go for it. Look at that. He's smart. No, boys, get up. Get up. Come on, wake up. I know it's Monday.
segment with endpoints of the center on the circle.
How am I not? Guess what? I learned from you. Exactly. From you, like, you think you're better than us, so you want to use a board?
I don't What's that say?
Excuse you. So you said it has no audio? You guys said it has no
Go for
audio?
it. It has audio. How else are they gonna know how I'm teaching? What, you think I was just filming a video and then that like it was just me up here just like a ventriloquist, just like not talking?
Oh. Well, like, are you guys, is your professor gonna watch the whole video? Or like, just like,
Yeah, so I have a supervisor from a different school. So my supervisor is the vice principal in Coventry. And
wait, so they're not like, gonna cut the beginning out or anything like that?
I leave the video all the way through, constantly running. Yeah, I give him the whole 90-minute period of me up here talking. Whole 90 minutes.
Why you got to miss? What's going to see you?
Excuse me, baby, sorry. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 11. Thank you.
I think the definition of a circle is lacking.
That definition of a circle is very literal. It is very literal. It means exactly what it says. And I know it's like odd that you guys don't like think of a circle like that, but
Well, that would mean that if it's a set of points,
Mhm.
Wouldn't that mean that?
Think of like a linear straight line. So you know, like a linear straight line is a collection of points that is constantly going up.
Yeah.
Right? A circle is nothing but a collection of points that is equidistant from one point.
But wouldn't it all? You'd think that it would have to be a closed shape, and that would be in like the definition.
What? Yeah, but it's the collection of all points that are equidistant from one area that you draw around.
All right.
So like that's why it's enclosed, because it's a collection of all points, right? So like, if this is my radius, right, and I make a circle, right? I'm gonna go all the way around the circle, right? So it'll be a collection of all those points.
All right.
What if this is the best way you can understand it?
What?
What if the
Are we
definition
restating it in
given is the best way you can
Oh,
understand
like
it?
how we were copying
Then
it.
I would do that. So if you want to write down like that definition, you can that's do that. But if you want to like restate this, like this one, I would leave exactly what it is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, don't-
Hits the circle at exactly 1 point.
Eventually, you understand what it is.
I would write exactly that. Hits the circle at 1 point. I believe there's 11 little slips. There's like 8 definitions and 3 formulas.
8.
Yeah.
Then we're missing a lot of them, right? There's a back and a front.
There's 11. Yeah, 8 definitions and 3 formulas. 8 plus 3.
Definition.
I see what I got on the test. What's up?
No, 3 formulas and 11 definitions.
Supposed to draw the example out?
I got 1.5, and that's why they have this thing. What's up? I would, because we're gonna be doing stuff with this later, so I would say it's important to be able to distinguish between certain things.
Why do we need to know all these stuff? Like, I thought they were relevant.
Huh?
Why do we need to know all these stuff?
Because it's fun. Yeah, it is. It's so much fun. Oh, I missed these ones.
That was an accident. No,
And I use your hand and pull up your answers. Right?
Which one? This one's right here?
No.
Point of tangency?
Yeah.
So point of tangency says the point at which the tangent line intersects the circle. So point of tangency is going to be that cube, right? So like being tangent means you're going to hit like the circle or like some sort of object like at one point, right? So like my hand right here, like this, my hand would be tangent to the desk picture, right? Because I hit the desk on one point. So the point of tangency would be like right here, like at my finger. Right there is where I am. So that would be your point of tendency. That exact point. Yeah, so like Q right here, right? So like our line, so PR would be tangent to the circle, but it's the point of tendency would be Q right here, like it's actually touching that circle. It's like literally where the intersect.
You may not have.
It's probably the 11, it's probably like 10 points something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I because we went through and counted, and I was like, I'm missing like, I was like, where did they go? Yeah, I went back to that sometime. I'll put it up here. You don't want to do this? You don't want to do this?
You look like you talking or something?
What?
Like monologue. What do you think? Some people don't have words. Yeah, some people don't have words, they see pictures. Like when they think about
I
like
put them
getting
up, so I
like,
don't
they see a
scatter
picture.
But
They go like,
right there.
they go like repeat, you know like when you're reading something like you say it in your mind? Yeah, that was some people don't have that.
There's one. There's one on top of the
Yeah, it's
monitor.
kinda weird, right, to think about it?
Shows that one over there. How you doing? Making good progress?
And then at some point you go crazy. Yeah, I'm not taking
That's more so like algebra 2. It's like we like introduce trig and like here algebra 2 will go further into it. 'Cause that's where it's introduced further. Like,
User existence.
really, pre-calc is where you can use a lot of that.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, I would say actually pre-calc. Yeah, pre-calc is the one you're gonna do that because that's where you get your like trig identities. Whereas you're gonna like what?
So it's like radiuses?
Radius? Radi is radiuses. You know how you say like octopi or like cacti, like you're saying plural? So radii is like the plural of many
Yeah, I think
radiuses.
octopi is like the grammarly correct way to say it, but people say octopus.
I think it's, yeah.
Yeah, radii. It's the plural form of radius.
So, is it diameter or but you said diameter is a radii, it's two radiuses?
Say the diameter is 2 radii.
Yeah, that makes sense. English is hard.
Usually most people say 2 times the radius.
Yeah, 2 times radius.
2 times a singular radius. Yeah.
Is this these ones are supposed to be missing?
I don't know.
I can't find the arc, major arc.
Maybe they're hiding, maybe they're hiding, maybe they're low.
Wait, seriously, they're hiding?
They're hiding.
Are they all there?
Like there's one on top.
Oh, I missed that one for sure.
Yeah. See? There's one by the door.
Oh, shoot, I missed that one for sure too.
Oh, go take another lap around. Make sure you
It's a
got
treasure
it.
hunt.
It's like a treasure hunt, exactly. Who can find them all first?
Don't you think it's a little weird that y'all figured out there?
What?
Oh, why is that?
Because all I heard was, don't you think it's weird? And I was like, I should probably listen to that.
Yo, bro, oh god, yo, I was in the store with this man, waiting to turn, make it turn, right, bro. This man was standing there for a solid 10 minutes, bro. There was no cars, you, bro. What do you mean? Bro, my dad was like, yo, who's that idiot in the car? Bro, it was this man, bro.
There was cars coming, bro.
I'm telling you,
Ivy was behind me, bro. I was so scared she was turn.
The car goes like 5 minutes away, but this man was just waiting, sitting there like, y'all too scared to make a turn. Y'all be
Yo, good job being
That
a,
is not a good
Kareem, good job being a nice, safe driver, right?
Yeah.
Alright.
My dad was like, who's that idiot in the car? Yo,
Bro,
make a
what
turn,
are
bro.
you dog, bro?
Yeah,
I'm not trying to hit
yeah,
anybody.
like, oh, that's me, or that, oh, it's pretty bad. He called you a student driver, bro.
Bro, it's on, bro.
Okay, a student driver.
Oh, you do?
Yes. Oh, but it's that was fucking bad, bro. It was like you into like the right lane, like a couple miles, bro. I had to ski contract.
No, Samira.
Bro, he's a decent driver though.
Because I can't, my settings aren't showing that it should be hidden. Oh, that's weird.
No, I swear. There's like 2 lanes you have to look for. Exactly, there's 2 lanes you have to look for, bro. Last time I sped off with someone with 4 bro, they started beating me.
Yes.
You know, I was right there, bro. I didn't see
I'm way better than you. I'm not. I can't do the moment I do it, I have to start paying insurance, and you did acting on the dollars you put in. Yeah, I'm not paying for insurance for a car.
All right, how we doing? You guys finding them all? All right, when you find all of your definitions, take a seat. For those of you that have found it all, I would say open up Google Classroom. There's an investigation I would like you guys to start working on. It's going to be talking more about the stuff that you guys just learned about. All these new definitions and use
Oh, yeah, that was a big tip.
Where's the one guy put up? Oh, no. Oh, look, send me to Oh, yeah.
Dude, really, are you missing? Did you actually put these three? I can't find them. Are they rare?
Modern, maybe. It's been up there the entire time. Beautiful. Open up Google Classroom and there's a GeoGebra activity.
Where's the minor?
What?
Oh god, I see the minor res right there, bro.
No, stop, bro. You can walk past them, bro.
There's no way. The minor's right here. I got it.
The minors over. Dude, I literally saw there's nothing there, bro. Why are they like that?
You behind you, are you blind? You behind us. What you with? We got carrots here.
Yeah. And what'd you do to your hands? Because of big? Yeah.
Where's that 70%? It's a 70 over, bro.
Open up your Chromebooks and go into Google Classroom, and there's a GeoGebra investigation. So start working on those.
Nobody.
Oh, those ones here? I walked past this thing 10 times. I've not used that.
Art service. There in front of you.
Some of them, right?
Yeah, all of
What? You making fun of my work? I worked so hard for this. These sleepless nights.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. You chose this stuff.
You just put that there, bro.
Nah, it's been up there the entire
There's no way it's been
It's
there.
been up there the entire weekend.
Oh my god.
It's been up there since Friday.
Why'd you make it white? It's right there, bro.
That was not up there, bro.
Yes, it was.
That was a lot.
Yes, it was.
Bro, literally,
That was
like
a
so
month
many
ago,
people
bro.
were right here and nobody saw that. That makes no sense.
You finished? Google Classroom is a GeoGebra activity. What?
There's no way, bro.
Yeah, the questions are down there. Just having you to just look at it. Just mess around with the angles a little bit, mess around with the radius. See what you can discover.
I mean, I know I drive, so at least I know.
You never driven, so you know you drive.
Well, I have to do it.
But you're now, you're driven by yourself.
You know, that's
Bro, you're done. Stop getting driving either.
you were like 3 cars behind me. How do you know who was trying to fight you?
Always. There was another time.
It's only there with the opposite of me. I told you that, and I'm sorry.
Bro, I was eating.
Yes, it is. They already did it.
Okay, can you please show me yours? I just want to know.
No, I can't find it. Oh, I found it.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Where I just have a Pokemon save file. Every class, we just play this one Pokemon.
I work in magic. I know that there are not a lot of magic. So look, there's not some magic. It's really good. It's like, oh, I just didn't see it. No. Like, I went to I just read the thing. If you're like the exams you do, like Thursday and shit, like. You want a sandwich? They just stop that shit on there.
Alright, yo! Let's start finding our seats and let's get going on that GeoGebra activity. What do you guys like 5 more minutes on it? We're gonna go over all the buildings.
I can't hear you.
Where's the one page is right there. It's all Howard 7.
Yeah.
The yellow cross country.
You're not yelling. No, I don't want No, that's my bad. I just feel bad because he thinks he's talking to me and I'm like, right? You don't mind? Okay. No, don't feel bad.
Trying to figure out how to make the graph thing work. And once I get that, should still fit.
That's you. That skill is completely useless. SAP is although, like, if you go to the Euro and SAP,
I'm gonna give you like 2 practice problems on this because it's not gonna month.
you do get this, like, it actually is. Well, like, perfectly
Alright, let's get going on your GeoGebra activity, alright? Because I want you guys to be able to get some sort of practice in that. Yo, get off the phone, bro. What did I say? We got like 3 times you on our phone.
Wait, where is
Man, I was saying go on GeoGebra. Come on.
Mixed up with that. Where's one of 10 DC?
My attention's right there, board 7.
So I missed that? That shows how, like, I'm not gonna lie, this is a legit.
What? Yo, go run it down quick so like you get going. Come on. Don't got a lot of time.
It's independent?
Yeah. No, I'm just saying, like, just like think about it. So like, just like read through the questions, like do it as like just see what relationships are going on. Well, we're gonna talk about it. So like, just think about like what, like read through the questions, think about what it's asking you, so we can have a conversation about it.
Alyssa, stay off the phone.
Laptop done.
Oh, you didn't tell you.
Thank you. And then your patience.
I know, like, what I looked at, I'm not aware.
Central angle as compared to the inscribed angle.
I noticed that it's different.
Wait, he assigned for
There's a specific relationship though, so you can figure it out.
Yeah.
You can beat that later?
Or, depending on which way you're looking, right? Look at the arc one. You see, even though it's not a one you can check, you can measure. Check out that arc and see how it compares to, see which one of them is like. Find the geodric one there, it's assigned.
Somehow I always confuse this with biology. I think it's
There's some questions down below, so see if you can answer those.
Where's the geodric?
It's assigned in Google Classroom. You're on Delta Math Pro. HMA. Google Classroom. You did.
I think we never used it.
Never used what? Yeah, it's what Ms. Bernstein used for hers, and I was going through it, and I was like, oh no, I like this activity.
Ms. Bernstein taught us already?
I think we're actually ahead of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're ahead of them by like a little bit.
good.
We've been ahead of them. Everything's
Good.
What?
That's your name?
Yeah, there.
He told us like 5 months ago. He does not look like it. Well, he does.
I showed you guys my like driver's license.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you guys all made fun of me having short hair.
I don't remember seeing that, but that's fine.
What? You want to see a picture of it?
No, no.
Or you want to see a picture of my college ID? All right.
Okay.
Bro, what are you doing? Like, I know you guys feel like being on your phones. I guess like you guys being on your calculators.
You just call him Blake.
I said, bro.
How do I move?
Yeah, talking.
All right. So.
I'm sorry. I am.
I can see through your eyes.
So, what do you guys want to talk about first? You guys want to talk about the definitions first, or you guys want to talk about this GeoGebra activity? What? GeoGebra? Alright. So, what are you guys noticing with the central and the inscribed angles? What's up?
Inscribed angle is half the central angle.
Yeah, right? You guys all see that? So, first off, what is your central angle? Yeah, it's going to be that. It's going to use the middle of the circle. What is that called? To use the center of the circle, right? And then your central angle is always going to be your radius. Okay? Since you're using that center of the circle, those two lines that are going to make the angle, it's always going to be equal to the radius. What's up? All right? So that central angle is always going to say that's 100. Your inscribed angle is going to be that point that is going to be coming from the outside of the circle, that's gonna be half of the distance, or half the angle measurement. Alright, you guys notice anything else?
The arc measure between C and B, which is the ends of the radiuses.
You looking at the central part?
Yeah. So the ends of the central angles segments, their arc is equal to the central angle.
Mm-hmm. You guys all see that too? That the arc length is going to be equal to that central angle. Alright? So, now, you guys all see that, like, what's going on here? Makes a little bit more sense? Alright, so, I want to flip to your guys' little gallery walk. So, I want to start going through some of these hard definitions and explain them for you. So, circle. What did someone write down for circle? Because the dictionary definition of it is a little bit tough sometimes. What did you put down?
I said a shape of zero size and infinite symmetry.
Yeah. What'd you put down?
An infinite set of points equal distant to 1 point.
Right? That's the literal math word way of saying, right? All that is saying is that we're gonna have a central point and we're gonna have one measurement, which is our radius, and that measurement from that middle point is gonna be equidistant all around. So all our points are gonna be the exact same distance away from that center point. And just like a line, right? Like if we have a straight line, right? It's a collection of all these points. So when we think about a circle, think about it as a line also. It is a collection of points that are all one distance away from that central part. All right? Does that make a little bit more sense on what a circle is? I know some of you guys got thrown through the loop on that one. What about radius? What's a radius? What'd you guys write down?
The distance from the center to any given point on the circle.
Yeah. Just the distance from the center to the end of the circle. What about a chord? This is a little bit of a new one for you guys. Right, you two. Who wants to go?
You can.
So do I.
You guys pull it. New hand. Who wants to go? Tristan, it looked like you were raising your hand. What'd you write down for chord?
A segment with endpoints on the circle.
Yeah, right. It's just a segment on a circle, right? It's gonna have two endpoints that are gonna be on the circle, right? It's just one of our new line segments. For what we've been doing, but now we're going to call it a chord when we're using circles. All right. We all know what diameter means. What is secant? I think that's a new word for you guys.
What is what?
Secant.
Where is secant? Oh,
First bit.
secant?
What'd you write down?
I put a line dot and insert the circle to place.
Yeah, right. A secant is going to be a line, so it's going to continue going through the circle, right? Like while a chord is going to stop at the ends of the circle, right? Chord will, its endpoints will be at the end of the circle. A secant is a line, so it will go on for infinity. It'll continue going, right? So if secant goes through two different points in a circle, what is tangent?
It goes through line.
What?
A line that intersects a circle at one.
Yeah, it intersects at one point, right? So if a tangent line is going to intersect it at one point, what is the point of tangency then? Yeah, it's where it intersects. It is the intersection on that circle.
Does that relate to the tangent that we did?
What?
Does that relate to the tangent that we did?
Tangent of trig? Like when we're using opposite over adjacent?
Yeah.
I guess you could say it kind of relates, right? Because if you're thinking about a triangle, haven't I told you guys that a circle is made up of nothing but triangles? I think I told you guys that.
Never that.
What?
I never heard from him.
It's like a pizza plate.
I mean,
Hmm?
that makes sense.
I was like, are we gonna find that area of that?
That's what I was gonna say.
It's like a pizza.
What?
Will you cut a pizza?
Like a pizza has round edge.
You guys will.
It's a circle.
Let's do that, right? But if we're thinking about tangent, right? We're gonna use this angle.
But they have the round edge.
I know, but if you see a slice of pieces, what shape is it?
But I thought that's technically a shape because it has a round edge.
I mean, I see what you're saying, but.
Cause
They said that shapes can have round edges, I mean, apart from a circle or an oval, but, yeah.
Semicircle. Alright, what is a central angle? What's that central angle? You guys had
We're
the
going out of order.
definition? I'm just kind of going down the list of like what I think is important to talk about. Like I didn't think like talking about a like diameter or something. You guys all know what that one is. What's up?
It's an angle in the triangle with a vertex, with the vertex as the center of the triangle.
Yeah, the central angle is gonna be using that origin. It's gonna use that center point. So it's called central angle. What about our inscribed angle? Who wants to explain what they wrote down for that one? Just you two. Someone new. Someone new. One from that group back there. Someone from the back. I haven't heard anyone from the back yet.
Chrissy Fugo.
Aiden, you got voluntold by your group mates. That's crazy. What'd you put for inscribed angle? Yeah, right. It's gonna be made using chords. Okay. All right. And we got our minor and major arcs, right? The minor arc is going to be that smaller arc, while the major arc is going to be the larger part of the arc. It's kind of what it sounds like. But what's an arc? What is the arc? Just say it. Yeah, it's going to be that outside of the circle, right? So now we're going to start talking about the like distance. So when we're looking at that, it's going to be the outside part of the circle. And when we're talking about arcs, we're more so talking about like distance. And when we're talking about like inscribed angles, we're going to be using angles. So degrees, and then we're going to start getting into like distance, where you're using radians.
I have a question.
What's up?
Listen to someone at the dog.
I know, I was walking over there, don't worry.
So why would the major arc you need to use 3 points?
What?
Why you need to use 3 points with the major arc?
Sure. Well, because you still use 3 points to show what you're talking about. Because if I just have a circle, right? If I just have a circle like this.
Oh.
Very good.
Right. So we use 3 points just like when we're using side lengths in a square, right? To A, B, C, D, right? Like when we're talking about a angle, well, we don't know what angle. We just say like angle D. Like yeah, like we just say angle D, but it's more accurate to say angle A, B, C, right? Or side length like A, B. So we still use those 3 points to be able to like help show like what we're talking about. That's why instead of saying like AB, we'll say like the angle AOB when we talk about this. Or if you want to be able to use the like major arc, that's why I want to use 3, so it knows you're talking about the like bigger side. And I think we got our last one. Semicircle. You guys all know what that is?
It's just
half circle, right? How much degrees make up a circle? How much degrees make up a semicircle? What about a quarter of a circle? There you go. Alright, what about our arc length formula? Because we already went over area and circumference. What's our arc length formula?
The degree of the arc times circumference divided by L.
That's not L?
L.
Wait, that's the arc length? Wait, that's
Yeah.
not L?
It's an L, which is the arc length. L for length.
Okay. You said something else.
Okay. What did you guys write?
Divided by
Whatever that was.
Yeah, length equals. Yeah, I know. It's a fancy looking L, right? It's one of those like loopy ones, right? Oh yeah. It's one of those ones, right? Yeah, math likes using those to say length, right? That's why they'll do like length times like width, right? They always use that like funky L. I don't know why they always do. It's just an L. All right. But you guys all got all that information all down, all right? All that, all the wordy stuff you guys all got translated back into normal English, all right? All right. So what I'm gonna have us do now, right? I got these 2 packets. Well, not really. It's just 2 size sheets. But this first one I'm gonna pass out is about central angles. All right. So I want you guys to start with the top section. So based on your GeoGebra activity, all of your new definition that you use. I want you guys to work in your guys' groups, complete that top section, and then I want you guys to flip it over to the back. I want you guys to complete the back side, alright? So you guys are gonna do this in your groups, okay? And afterwards, we're gonna get a little time up at our boards. And then for homework, I'm just gonna assign problems on my on the other sheet. So these will just be like a few problems that you're just gonna do at home. Paper homework. I'm not sure when the last time you did that paper homework. I feel like most of it's all online.
We have you on Wednesday, right?
Yeah. Right, yeah, Wednesday is all your periods. Alright, so start working within your groups. Start completing this.
Like I have
You gave me the paper.
You know how you train for that? You put out the pool caps.
I do it.
You know what? You know the pool caps?
Forever.
Yeah, you put those on and then you imagine, wow, that's how
my friend.
why would it not be your friend?
It was you. This is a Jada Pinkett. You're mean.
What were you gonna say on the phone? Remember.
Do I pass both of you guys? No. Oh. Wow, it's funny how like the desk I like leave all my stuff at, I always forget about you guys. I got my computer here, my water bottle here, I always forget to use it.
Wait, it's about you that trender. It's still comes on you that trender.
Yeah, you do nothing but that way. I swear, like you do nothing. I swear, because you don't talk. Look, everybody had somebody to talk to. I told her to talk with the secretaries, but that's what I'm supposed to do. She said, no, I don't have to do that. I don't have to talk to anybody. There's no guidance.
That's a marker like secretary or something.
Yeah, she's a secretary. Bro, you literally do nothing after 12. Like, I don't understand.
I hate the mediation.
You should. You have a good chance. I'm not gonna lie. She likes you.
At least, you know what? I have all of this stress too, and I still try.
Exactly, bro. That's us. So that's the other side. Every single time.
Yo, keep going on this.
I guess were you in the national study?
I was in national studies.
You what?
2 math classes.
Were you actually?
No, I was actually in national studies. Yes.
It will get better.
I used to do fundraisers. I did like a can drive. I never ran for a position. Because I was involved in like a lot of other stuff. Because but I wish I ran for a position because I like was an officer without like being an officer. Like our people like didn't do anything.
Oh, so you did the work of an officer.
So I did the work of an officer.
I would never do that.
Like I wasn't voted for like a as like class president or anything like that, but like when like my senior year when we started planning prom, I would just show up to their meetings because I was like, I don't want you guys to mess up prom with actual common form. Thank God I did because they had some weird ideas for prom. You guys can work together in your guys' groups.
Wait, what is going on here? Central triangles and angles.
Alright, what'd you learn from your GeoGebra investigation and from what we talked about?
Well, that's
you eat that lunch every day.
not every day.
It's every math day.
Not every math day.
Every math day. Every single time in math day. She's eating like that.
Exactly. Thank you. Thank you. He's real flat. He knows.
He's real? He's real?
Yeah.
I feel like if I was that to be like, oh my god, Ella, you want me? This and that. Yeah. Even though I do want you.
That's where you write
I don't know what y'all talking about, bro. I don't know what hallway. Exactly. Like, I can see you. I don't know what hallway you're talking about. I don't do nothing to you.
Alright.
Are we supposed to put 85 or something?
Oh, these are the French fries.
I'm literally fighting.
I think, yeah.
Alright, yo! After you guys complete that top part, I think that's where we're all about at right now. On the back side.
Wait, what? We're on the back side already?
Well, I'm just telling you which problems to complete when you're done with the top. Alright? I want you guys to complete on the front side. I want you guys to complete 1 and 2, and the back side. I want you guys to complete 8 and 10. All right, only 4 problems, and then we'll go over 1, and we'll get on to the next sheet. 8 and 10. 1 and 2, 8 and 10.
Miss, how are we supposed to do this?
Miss, is it 360?
No, all the circles, how much? 80? Okay, so that's not, so 360 is always gonna be in total, all the way around.
Mister, what's this?
So you remember from the activity? What was your geometry? Right? Your central angle and your arc length. What was the relationship?
Oh, that was the same.
The same, right? Yeah. So I would write that. It's the
Mister, is Donna go get in the class?
Don't turn in what I gave you. They never gave you. Send that to me.
Yeah, that's his name.
ABC, wait. Yeah, it don't make sense. Isn't it ABC after ABC?
She said,
to be equal to the arc of AC, shouldn't it be ABC, not ABC?
What's up?
I thought arc was I didn't know arc had this. No, it was the geometry thing.
What's up?
So,
right?
but isn't it supposed to be the center?
I know, it was too good to be true. Alexa,
See, they're comparing it. Yeah, but they're comparing it to the other angle.
I don't even know where D came from.
Exactly. I don't get how that works.
Oh, please.
I don't know how to do this.
Yo, what's going on this phone?
Mister, isn't it supposed to be ABC, not ABC?
ABC.
But it's ABC.
Well, can I ask my companion?
Wow.
He does that.
Not
ABC.
ABC, not
ABC.
Can we go over as a class and probably
No, it's the art.
Yeah, that's my plan.
What?
Once you guys get working,
Looking for the
we can go over. What's up?
Okay, sorry. Just subtract 84.
That's like 36, yeah.
84 minus to find out the 84. It's not an angle, it was the arc.
Well, what is this one?
I don't know that either. That's what happened. AC, okay. Okay.
So add up this.
I think we're supposed to do that.
So like what was
So you know how in the assignment, the GeoGebra, it said that the inside is equal to the other side? So since we know that AC is 84, because I'm like the same thing, we subtract it.
Let me see. Hold on.
Alright, hey, how much off? How much off?
I know you do. That's not what you said last night.
Equal, I think it was the degree of the central.
I thought you heard.
Yeah.
I
Equal
heard.
to the degree of center.
What's this accent?
You only have to do 1 and 2.
Don't finish number 2.
What? Yeah, do 1 and 2 and then do 8 and 10.
Oh, you know the whole circle is right. Take away 122 and what's left will be SRT.
What's my room?
Is that the right one?
It's like that.
Yeah. We'll follow the letters of the same, or SRT.
If I can,
So when it's a major arc like that, they'll, no.
If you
That means you're chasing.
You must be.
This is
Yep.
measure,
Yeah.
so where it is.
How many degrees would it take you to travel
Means
all the way
measure
around
of
there?
We're excluding this one.
Right, because that whole circle is 360, you can everything but that.
Okay.
Are you guys still Okay, so since we know that the angle that it has anyway, so we can say that this is
No, see, that's when we use the major.
That's why you use
Three letters.
Oh.
So whenever you see everything like 3 letters, it means it's greater than 180 degrees.
A lot of
Follow
things
the
are
letters,
Yeah,
S, R, T, this part. Right here.
Is it what?
Well, you know it's a semicircle. What it was, you can do 180 plus what you got there. Or if the whole circle is 360, you can just take away that 122. But there's a couple ways to do it.
I think so, you said 1.
What was
if that's equal to the arc, remember? Because it's from the circle. So the arc is equal to
the central angle
the arc
is
of
going to equal
S
your
is
arc
equal
length.
to what?
Or like here, like here, something here would be equal to so this arc.
Right there. If it's equal to the angle,
So like here.
what is the length of the line?
What, the one that picks you up is the white part is
Bro, it's literally it's just the cube.
It's a low white.
So
Is it a line?
So for the length of
Phoebe, it's basically the same. Which one of Alexa's slide up one side of stuff? Is that a
like if you were supposed to go like
Yes, this is not the ground. Is it a Lana?
So which one are we on top of?
Yeah, this is 122. So now you're trying to
Really just do one
so you know that straight line is always 180, so you just subtract 180.
this one out, right?
Alright, class! I want to ask you guys to find your seats! Because I want you to go and I want to use every minute I got of this class period. So, find your seats!
So wait.
Find your seats!
Yeah, right there. That little right here. I saw you, man.
Alright, so, go! Let's bring it in. No, we're all fired up right now. Alright, so I'm looking at that top part of the worksheet, right? The notes/examples part. Right? So, a central angle is an angle with its vertex at the length of the circle and its 2 sides are blank. What did you guys put in that first blank? What? Center. You guys agree with that? Do you guys agree with that, with it being center?
Yeah.
I agree with that. What about for the second blank of that one? Radii, right? That's that plural of radius, right? Radii. I know it's a weird word. Radii. R-A-D-I-I. Radii. Yeah. Right? That's how it's spelled? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, why are you not writing? Alright, whatever. For example, blank is a central angle in circle B to the left, right? So we're looking at circle B. What is going to be our central angle? What? B is the origin of the circle. I wouldn't say that as remember, use 3. A, B, C, yeah. Or you could do C, B, A, right? But it's going to be that central angle. No, B is the origin. Remember, you have to use 3 letters to tell what an angle is. Like you can't just use 1 letter because B to me, when I read that, like yeah, you can say angle B, but using 3 letters is more precise.
But you guys also told us that it's okay to do that.
For like triangles, but in circles, I would always use 3. Because when you start using 2 or 1, it's gonna get a little touchy because when I look at this circle, this is circle B. Like this isn't just like B's not a name at this point. So you name a circle based on its origin, right? Whatever that middle point is, say so in this instance it's B. Most commonly it's O, but for this case it's B. That's what we name the circle. So when you say angle B, to me that's the name of the circle.
What do you mean most commonly is O?
Most people will just name circle O. So like right here, how you have that B. Most commonly in math, most people will just name circle O. You know, like how when we use like a lot of X and Y's as variables, right? Like we all have our like go-to methods of like naming stuff and using certain variables. Same thing with that. You know, like in triangles, like we always use ABC, right? Same thing. Most circles will just use O. All right. So the sum of all central angles in a circle is what? You add up all the angles in a circle. What is equal? Yeah, 360, right? We all know that one. And last, the measure of arcs formed by the endpoints of a central angle is what happens when the central angle and what's the relationship between the central angle and the arc length? They're the exact same, right? So our central angle is going to equal our arc length of the circle, right? Yeah, right. So the measure, right? The measure, and then when we're talking about arc length, it's going to be like an arc over that, over your letters, right? That's why it has an M, it has an arc, saying the measure of the arc length of AC, right? Dude, our room is popping today. So if we're looking at the measure of the arc length of AC, what are we going to get? 84, right? So then ADC, right? This is why we use 3 letters now, right? To distinguish between the major and the minor arcs, right? So ADC is talking about that larger arc around the left side. So what is going to be that arc length? Yeah, all right. Yeah. So if you subtract the minor from 360, you will have the major. Yeah. Because you're just subtracting like one part from the whole, right? You're subtracting a small part from the whole to get the larger part. All right. You guys got any questions on what we went over? All right. So let's go over some of these bottom ones, right? I said go over 1 and 2, right? So what did you guys find for ST?
122.
Yeah, right? What about RS? What? Yeah, beautiful. What about SRT? Beautiful. All right, and number 2, what is the measure of angle JNM?
Wait, did you just skip the first one?
I know I did. JNM. What about, what's the measure of arc length KL? Beautiful. Alright, because if you guys also know that, right, if you still know our skills, right, those are vertical angles. So if you look at J and M and K and L, they're vertical angles. So they're going to be the exact same angle measurements too. Alright, so some of our properties that we learned about angles and like those corresponding angles, you're still able to apply them in some situations like this. So you guys all understand central angles? Right? I think central angles is one of the easier ones to understand because the central angle is going to equal that arc length. Right? I have about 20 minutes left.
Wait, we're not, you said we're going to do the board?
What? We were going to, but I kind of ran out of time. So that's all right. I got you guys moving around today. So, what I want you guys to do right now, right? Yeah,
So JK, as you guys know, JKM and 201. JK, yeah, JK. Whoa.
We do. All right. So, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna pass out our exit ticket right now. I know it's a little early, but this is gonna take a little bit of time, and I want to give you guys what? All these papers. Well, one's notes, one was practice, and this is your exit ticket. and I'm gonna give you one more for homework.
What?
It's exactly sheet like this, but on inscribed angles. The exact same thing. I like giving out paper copies. I'm not a big like technology person. I like it better. I don't know if you guys do, but that's just my style. Alright. Well, I always like everything else because it's like a physical copy that I like writing on. I don't like typing. Alright, so the next thing I'm giving you out, what's going to be useful for this is using your notes from the start of class, because this is a name the circle part. A bunch of different segments. It's a big mess. That's why I said draw diagrams and write it what you want in your own definitions.
This whole thing right here is what you're trying to find. Just subtract the one that's not in there from the 360. Yeah, 360 minus 21. What happened? Because you're trying to find that whole outside area of this circle except for this one.
I'll post it.
Oh, Phoebe, how did you do this? How did you do this?
Hold on. Let me finish passing this out and then I'll come up here.
Where did that paper come from? You didn't give me that yet.
Oh, because he come around. He got him.
What is this? Oh my god. Flesh. So the whole paper is the exit ticket?
Yep.
Okay, ready to do this together.
Yeah, that's their own.
There's no numbers on it. Okay.
Yay!
Where do we find this?
Watch us do this and you're doing that.
Oh, we're still. Oh, I thought we were putting numbers on here. I thought that's fine.
Because look, this is,
Yeah.
I want to move that over and undo it. Because that was from 0. That was from 0, and you'll have.
Yeah, but okay, R is the point of attainment. Okay.
Like the first one, right?
No, 9. No, 11. 11 is point of tangency.
Where is that?
Oh, yeah.
It's right here. Oh no.
I think you might have.
It's extra.
It is.
Mrs.
Can you please come here?
3 I got.
Why is you can't stand on the line of the table?
Yo, why aren't you at your desk? This isn't like a group
What is
activity.
this? Is that a
Maybe like this, where it's
X, yeah, X is center. Center.
Yo, move your seat back over here. Yo, what are you doing? Ella,
What
what's
is
that?
this? That's a name?
Yo, this is an exit ticket. Work on this on your own.
No, hold up.
No, sit down. Come on. Come on.
Exit ticket is what you know.
It's what you know. I want to see what you know, not like what you can steal from
Read
like
it
other
anyway,
people.
mister. So,
What's up?
What is it about these?
it's graded anyway, so just push pressure on to get us right and get it better grade. And it's already graded on something that we might not know.
Great, and you know.
Well, what is our between these two circles? What happens between them and ours on these two circles? You're only touching on once.
What the hell did I just do here? Exactly.
What? Alright,
Huh? Okay, yeah, that's ready.
Alright, now add to the.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, because it's only touching it at one point, so it's that.
No, you're gonna get me in trouble.
Touch both those circles at one point. Yo, sit down, dude.
I'm trying to remember. So this is good.
I'm gonna pass out. No, that one's good. Misses.
You actually you know him.
You told me that.
What are you talking about?
Oh, then what you gonna talk? No, I asked you.
Some will be useful ones. Like XTP, like or like data center, right?
This section, what is this section?
Some of these will be.
So that means that we.
I have another question.
That means that this
What's
whole
up?
thing, that means that.
You said 16 or
I'm for
17?
13 QRN.
I said 13.
Wait, you
This is
can
access to my
right?
I use it like it has the arc symbol.
RWU would be
Which one do you want?
major arc.
This is art. Oh, whatever you think is better. I don't want you to like say like what my answer is. I want you to tell me what you think.
It's RWU. Look at the.
Yeah, I'll take both. I'll take whatever is a valid answer. Like if I could see your reasoning behind why you said what you said, and if it still makes sense.
You
Yeah.
see it?
Oh, still good.
5 major. You see it?
Add all together.
Cause it goes on a.
Yeah, but
I mean, yeah. 180 for that. It goes like this.
yeah, but
But listen, this the extra ticket or
It
homework?
takes like a
That's
whole.
a ticket.
You
This
don't
big
see
thing?
it?
that's not half of the circle.
We still got homework?
Half of the circle is.
okay.
Homework is gonna be exactly like that worksheet you were just doing, like where it was just like some notes on top.
What is this? Oh my god. Yo.
Bro, that's why I told you to sit down and like start doing this instead of you just standing up over there.
This has some of this up.
Bro, I handed this out like 5 minutes ago. Like where did you?
I mean, it's not.
It is a magic circle. That's why I gave you guys like 25 minutes to complete this because I know it's gonna take a while. And you already wasted 5 of those minutes.
So number 1 is.
We up.
Yeah. You got it.
Why?
W.
We didn't learn this.
Oh, that's the oh, that's
I color code.
It's 17.
It's all based on your definition. Yeah. You will repeat some of the items on this.
Man, then why did you put something? It's fine.
I wish you said that more.
In the last time this class,
I
so I
think
guess
5
like
is
I was
the
right in the top part of it.
No, it's not. It's major.
It's major art.
5, I got major.
Alright.
It's
That's fine. I want you guys to just get through as much as you can. What?
Wait,
Yeah.
5?
I mean, it depends on like how much work you put in. Like you right now, you have like 2 answers now.
What's the difference from a secant and a chord?
I mean, on there,
Secant
but
is all the way through, the chord ends on the
So the
Q13
secant
is major art.
I guess what? Alright, wait for this.
So like U Y is a secant.
What's up?
Wait, so
Why?
X.
Yeah.
When you got the how was this happening?
Yes, you have a question, Sid?
I think that's English word.
Mr. McGrath.
Are also major.
Are we a favorite class?
R?
I got.
It's quantitative.
That's one line I see.
You know my favorite class is Log 7.
So you're just saying that to get us mad. In block 6, in block 6, he said that he loved all the classes.
Sure.
Or he hated all the classes. He's such a liar. You heard that, right?
Why?
Oh my god, you're wrong.
You're a science class.
Come on, you
I
got this.
almost finished
Come
my
on, Dad.
quiz, man.
How far did you get?
Ain't no way you're gonna call
That's
that
tangerine.
You got through the first one. You gave up after the first one? Come on.
Is the first one tangent?
What's LQ?
Wait, the first one's tangent?
Yes!
The first one's tangent.
Wait, is it easy though?
Wow!
I don't know how to
What is he doing?
I was trying to read the question.
What? I got 4, you see, I put you at 4. Hi, Brandon.
You know, you go.
Okay, but
There you go. Just keep going.
WY?
So it only has to have one line?
WY. So 2.
I don't know.
Two is a chord, right? Two is, I got a chord for two. MPQ.
I'm not gonna lie, Mister, like help me figure out. I made a decision, right? You should like make me reflect on it using encouraging math words.
Alright, you guys 5 more minutes on this, alright?
Mister, it was.
Is this rated on accuracy or like?
I thought tangent.
Like, I want you to get through as much as you can. Like, if you like give me all the answers, I'm so happy that it's fully completed.
Yes.
But if all of them are
Yeah,
wrong,
radius.
like, and you just rush through it just to give me answers,
You
like, I'm
finished
not gonna
already?
do it.
No, I just did out of order.
No?
Oh, I did too.
It's a little like case by case
Well, what's that?
situation. I gotta like see like what you put in, like what I would expect
Yeah.
out of your level. Like for you, like I would expect more on your paper.
Let's not overestimate our learning.
No, I'm gonna overestimate
Yeah.
your ability because I have high standards for you. You know?
Matt, I feel like even having high standards, it's kind of
Yeah.
insulting to other students. It's like if I hear you say you
Because I
have
expect like the best things to come out of you.
Mister,
from
I
other
expect you to
people,
do
and
good
then
things.
how you expect other people to feel when you say, I know you're smart, I expect better from you. Like that's like calling me a
I know.
Number what?
For number 18, I'm kind of a little confused because I'm looking at my paper and like.
And 16 is an inscribed angle, right? Yes.
I'm kind of confused. What it is, because like it's a segment, not a line. And the only thing with segment are the chord, but that has to be in the circle.
For 8.
Huh? You look at my hands, give up for that one.
So 3 is an inscribed angle too?
3?
18 is
Yeah.
angle.
18 because L is outside of the. That's good.
It's also gonna be CCAM.
What?
It's also gonna be CCAM.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Okay, but like, that's wrong though.
Yeah, I would like if the diagram had arrows through its line, but it still is gonna be something that is gonna pass through.
No, what are you doing? I got an outfit right
18 is
now.
I color coded it.
So you can?
Yeah, because there's 2 points on the and then in the middle of it.
You done?
Something else.
Alright, I'm gonna come around and start collecting them.
Whoa, hold on.
You said you were going to give us 20 minutes. That was
Put them in the middle of your desk. Toss that pile.
For 20 minutes.
I was doing it. No, you was doing it.
Yes.
I made a
You finished? Yeah. Everybody finished?
No, it's
Yeah.
the same.
You guys got all of them? You guys start collecting them?
Right? Like, no, it's also
Nice bridge.
It is. I feel like I'm gonna get one.
Dude, seriously?
I mean, you got an 100 on the quiz, so. And?
Yo, that's 100, bro.
Exactly, that's perfect.
It doesn't pass the computer.
Is it actually I asked the same thing. I just didn't make sense.
It didn't pass the
What
computer.
did you do?
And we had to read it in English, right?
And then what are you talking
So
about?
like,
What? That's right next to
What are you
it.
talking about? Hey, what do you not look like?
this is major art.
You know what? I want to implement the high, whatever. That's what I want.
Once you do that, none of this is gonna matter.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go through the top part of it. What's up?
Okay, never
What?
mind.
So you have to make idea.
That's alright.
Number 20 is I put major art.
So what color is on
It looks like a major art.
You don't care.
I guess I'll look into it. I like
Nah, I
it.
don't trust you.
Better.
No
I don't know
hurry.
what you're gonna
I guess really don't
Is that the whole
Alright. Yeah, I know it's a lot of paper today. I'm sorry. Don't worry. On Thursday, I won't be able to stay.
Mr. McGrath.
It's gonna sound good.
It's the big guy. What's up?
Full day Wednesday, yeah.
Alright. So, ready? Yeah. Alright. So, I want to give you guys the notes on the top part of this, alright? So I want to be able to fill this out for you guys. Oh.
I'm sorry.
Right? No, you're good. Alright, so an inscribed angle is an angle with vertex blank circle with two sides that are.
What's that
Right.
homework?
Wait, you want us to do a whole sheet for homework?
No, God, no.
Wait, give us the homework?
Yeah. So I just want you to complete 13 through 16, alright? Or just complete the backside, because it's only 7 questions.
The whole backside?
The whole backside. You're funny.
So no front
Nah,
side?
so you be giving me.
But I'm just gonna give you the notes on the top half, alright?
Okay.
Right? So, an inscribed angle is an angle with its vertex on the circle with two sides that are chords.
Chords?
Yeah. So your vertex is going to be on the edge of the circle, and your two sides that make up your angle are going to be your chords.
And then intercept
Yes, sir.
on
It has to be right,
Did you give us published?
No, because radii comes from the center.
chords.
What?
Musical chords.
On the circle. It's going to be on the edge of the circle.
So if
Sides that are what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chords.
he has a
The entire backside of the inscribed angles one. So inscribed angles, that's up.
If the inscribed angles are always called whatever, why do you draw it as a segment?
Inscribed angles are going to be line segments. They aren't going to be fully lines. They're segments. Yeah. Right? So, an intercepted arc is the arc that lies between the blank of an inscribed angle. Right? To be endpoints. So, an intercepted arc is the arc that lies between the endpoints of an inscribed angle. Right? So all the arc is between the two endpoints of those chords that make the angle. I believe Mrs. R is back there.
No, I'm just, I was gonna have this later.
What's up? What happened to this? Oh. An intercepted arc is the arc that lies between the endpoints of an inscribed angle, right? So like, if this is our inscribed angle, right? It's between the endpoints of our chords right there, right? Like this is our inscribed angle, this is our central angle, right? So here's our endpoint on the circle. Here are our two chords. Here's the endpoints that make up our arc. Follow me?
Yeah.
We're almost there. Alright? Measure of the inscribed angle is half of the central angle, right? So if our central angle here, let's just call it 80, right? This is 80. That means our arc length is also going to be 80, but that means that this angle measurement here is going to be 40. Alright? So if we know that this is 40, that way I also know that my arc length is going to be 80, right? We want to double it. So, if an inscribed angle intercepts a diameter, then it is a right angle, and that means that a measure is going to be 90 degrees.
Equal to 90?
You said right angle?
So, if it intercepts a diameter, so if you go through the center of the circle, right, it's going to be 90 degrees. It'll be a right angle.
What?
Alright, and then the last two.
Wait. So on the top for ABC, the angle ABC, what do you put?
Wait, what?
Angle ABC?
Oh, the measure of angle ABC?
Yeah.
1/2 times the measure of AC. So it's 1/2 of AC.
Wait,
Wait, what?
Wait, what was
So we're saying this is going to be like 90 degrees there. Alright, we say yeah. So actually, this one is going to be 90 degrees, right?
So because you think about it, if its endpoints open up to the diameter, then this is half the circle, which is 180 degrees. You know the inscribed angle is half of the intercepted arc. One thing I
Last two.
recommend is
Alright.
like trace the angles out to their endpoints, and then think of that intercepted arc as like what it is up to.
So, last one is if two inscribed angles intersect the same arc, then the angles are going to be congruent, right? Look at it, it's gonna look like vertical angles. So the measure of ABD is going to be equal to the measure of ACD. Yeah, ACD. Right? So the important part that all you have to know about this is when you're trying to solve for it, is just knowing that 1/2 relationship. Okay? Once you guys can know that, understand that. What? Yeah. Entire bet. It's only 7 questions because I was gonna give you guys 13 through 16, and I realized I was like, all right, the first 4 aren't too bad. Keep them, frame them, put them in the fridge. Show your mom how proud she is. If you didn't hand me your name that circle bar, hand me on your way out. Alright, this one.
You want the warm-up?
Frame it, put it on your fridge, show your mom.
That's a no.
Who's yelling at me?
Yes.
Why you gotta do this? Why you gotta do this? Is that you? Toss it in. Toss it down.
You don't really use
Is that you? No, that's someone else's name I gotta put it out.
Is this right?
Yeah, put it on your fridge. Or show your mom. Yeah, it's
Oh,
I made $10.
Oh, that's
It makes no difference.
Oh,
Yes, because I was playing cards against my mom.